Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Afsha and I share study tips and tricks. And today's video is all about the stupid mistakes that we make in our exams and the ways to avoid making these stupid mistakes. Let's get started. Okay, let's be real. Ever marked the wrong answer when you knew the right one? Or ever multiplied numbers instead of adding them? Come on, let's be real. We all make these mistakes and the anxiety of making mistakes adds up to it. End result, bad grades. Today, I will be giving you some tips and tricks to avoid making these dumb mistakes and to make the most of your knowledge and the most of your exams. Let's just promise ourselves that no matter how many times you have heard these same things before, we will continue to put them in practice after watching this video today. Number 1, know your time constraints. For example, you have to complete a test in 30 minutes. Try to complete that test in 25 minutes and try save that 5 minutes to give a final review to everything that you did on the test. Studies suggest that using these extra 5 minutes at the end of the test helps to detect a lot of common mistakes that we tend to make on our exams. Point number 2, double check your answers. Evidence suggests that students who check their answers once they mark them tend to perform better on exam as compared to students who don't check their answers. So take these 5 minutes that you saved in point number 1 and take them to review the answers that you mark on your answer sheet. And you won't believe these 5 minutes can actually mean a difference from A to B. Number 3, read the question carefully using your finger or pencil. Evidence also suggests that students who read their questions in a hurry without using their finger as a pacing device or their pencil as a pacing device tend to perform bad on their exams because they are in a hurry and anxiety during the exam, and most often these questions contains words like not or except. For example, which of these is not a whole number? And the students tend to skip the word not and mark a whole number instead. Take this advice to use your pencil or your finger as a pacing device and read the question slowly while moving your eyes with the finger or the pencil. Number 4, sub-vocalize your answer before you go ahead and mark the answer on your bubble sheet. This is for the type of exams that you read the question paper and then you know the answer and you head over to your bubble sheet to mark the answer on the bubble sheet. So before you head over to your bubble sheet, say the word of the answer in your head, which makes you memorize the answer better before you mark the wrong answer on the bubble sheet. This is a mistake that I made on my MCAT, and that was the most terrible mistake, and it actually cost me a lot. So the best way to avoid these kinds of mistakes is sub-vocalizing the answer key in your head and then heading over to your bubble sheet and marking the answer. Number 5, organizing your scratch paper. Try to draw boxes around each answer that you do on your scratch paper so that when you're pulling the data for question number 2, you don't end up pulling data from question number 1 instead of question number 2 just because your scratch paper looks like a complete mess. Check your spelling and grammar.
Do I actually need to explain how much importance this one has?
Number 7 is about essay type questions. So always outline your essays, no matter how easy they seem. Studies suggest that students who don't outline their essays before trying to attempt the question, they end up writing the essay in a direction that the professor didn't want them to write about. So you're obviously not going to get a good grade writing on the topic that your professor didn't want you to write about. So it's always a good idea to outline your essay before you go ahead and attempt to write your essay,
no matter how easy the essay seems.
And the last one, pay attention to the mistakes that you have made in the past. So maybe you tend to multiply the numbers when they're supposed to be added, or maybe you always forget to take square root of a number, or whatever it is. Just make sure you remember what mistakes you did in the past subconsciously and then pay attention to it at the time of your exam. Alright guys, so these were the 8 tips to avoid making stupid and dumbest mistakes that we tend to make on our exams. If this video provided you any value, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.